Have you ever suddenly stopped in the middle of your day, looked around, and felt like life was rushing past you like a fast forwarded film you couldn't pause? The same roads you take, the same faces you see, the same conversations you repeat every day. Even your breaths feel like part of a closed loop. No change, no difference between yesterday and today. But let me ask you, what if that wasn't true? What if today was more than just a continuation of the day before? What if you were the one who gave your day a different meaning, a new energy, a story worth telling? We live in a crowded world where schedules chase us, tasks rain down on us, and we move from moment to moment without stopping to ask, is this really what I want? Am I living my day as I wish? Or am I just a passenger on a train I have no control over? Here's a simple yet powerful truth. You're not obligated to live your day the way you lived yesterday. You have the power to create a new experience, to add a different color, to reshape the way you see life. It won't always be easy, and it won't always be perfect. But the goal isn't to make every moment great, it's to make it real, to be present in it, to truly feel it rather than just pass through it. Before your day even begins, there's a rare moment, a moment many don't recognize, but it could be the key to changing everything. Those few seconds between sleep and wakefulness, when your mind is still calm, untouched by the noise of life. In that moment, before the flood of tasks and thoughts takes over, take a deep breath and allow yourself to plant one positive thought in your mind. Don't start your day with worry. Don't let your first thought be about something you fear or a task that stresses you. Tell yourself, today is an opportunity. Today is mine. I will make it something worth living. It may sound simple, but it's more powerful than you think. The way you start your day sets the tone for how you feel throughout it. And once you wake up, the most important question arises. What do you want from this day? You don't need to plan every detail or set grand goals, but give yourself three small things to accomplish. One thing that adds to you, one thing that adds to others, and one thing that brings you peace. Maybe you read a chapter from a book, write down an idea that came to you, or simply sit with a cup of coffee without thinking about anything. Maybe you send a message to someone you haven't talked to in a while, offer a small act of kindness to someone who needs it, or say a kind word to someone who might be having a bad day. And maybe, just maybe, you give yourself a few minutes to breathe quietly, away from everything. These aren't just random acts, they are the details that shape your day, the colors that fill its canvas, the small touches that make the difference between a forgettable day and one that truly feels alive. But what about ordinary moments, the ones that feel meaningless as they pass? Here lies the real secret. No moment is meaningless. Every moment can become something worth appreciating if you choose to see it that way. How many times have you walked down a street without noticing those around you? How many times have you drunk your coffee without really tasting it? How many times have you heard a song you love, but were too distracted to truly enjoy it? We live in an era that constantly steals our attention, keeping us too busy even for ourselves. But we can reclaim that attention. We can live in the moment as it is, be fully aware of it. Try today to pause for a second, to listen to the wind, to observe people's movements, to feel every breath you take. These may seem like small things, but they create a huge difference. And because we live among endless decisions, our awareness of them is what gives us power. Every day we choose how to start it, how to handle situations, how to respond to others, how to perceive what happens to us. We may not control everything, but we can control our reactions. We can decide not to let a negative event drain our energy, not to let others' stress become our own, to look for solutions instead of drowning in problems. True power isn't in controlling everything. It's in managing how we respond to what we cannot control. There's another thing that makes your day brighter: giving. It doesn't have to be material. It can be something you offer from yourself. Maybe a word of encouragement, a kind gesture, or simply being there for someone who needs to be heard. Giving is not just an act for others. It's something that comes back to you. giving you a sense of purpose, reminding you that you are part of something bigger than yourself. But let's be realistic. Not every day will be great. We won't always feel motivated. There will be days when we struggle just to stay balanced, and that's okay. What matters most is remembering that we are not victims of our days. We create them, even in the smallest details. You may not have the power to change everything, but you have the power to change how you see it. You may not control circumstances, but you can always choose how to deal with them. Days are not just numbers passing by, nor just hours slipping away. Days are opportunities, stories waiting to be written, moments that can be either ordinary or extraordinary, depending on how we choose to live them. Don't let your days pass without leaving a mark on them. Don't wait for something external to make them special. Be the one who makes them special. Before we end this episode, I want to know, what do you do to make your day different? What habits give you the sense that your day belongs to you? Tell me, because your journey is part of my journey, and your voice is what makes this space deeper and more inspiring. See you in the next episode.